You will be live on YouTube, and anybody will be able to hear and see you very shortly.
Huh. What's up, Josiah?
Thanks, Diane.
Morning, Andy. How are you?
I'm fired up, dude. How about you?
Yes.
I am fired up as well.
It's Andy.
I started dialing pretty much exactly a week ago.
Yeah.
And before it was more like, oh man,
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's crazy. I thought it was like a micro leak because it's like a tiny amount coming out. I hadn't been up on there on ladder, but then, the last 24 hours, it hasn't leaked anymore. That's funny because I don't remember that. And Josiah, you having a good? Is it the success continue, or is it a limited deal?
The success is continuing. I got more appointments tomorrow. I'm actually at a friend's house today because I was working my warm market and I'm selling them insurance. Probably going to write them 3 policies in an HMA. So, but they said that I could hop on here and use their living room. So here I am.
Nice studio. Do they have pets?
They have a dog, but the dog is caged.
Well, here's one. Have you heard about the pet HMA?
Oh yeah, I already sold that too. They're getting an HMA, a pet HMA. They're getting dental and vision and an IUL.
It's because of your vast years of experience with us.
Absolutely. It's so many years of experience.
Hey, Andy, I do have an activity called intro that I'll play. When it says your host, Andy Albright, pause for a second because I have to unmute you. Sometimes you start talking and I haven't unmuted you yet. So give me 2 more extra seconds.
How long you been with us, Josiah?
Under a month. So I got my license in under 4 days. I came on Monday and I scheduled my appointment.
They're gonna cut us off, so I want you to answer that when everybody gets on. But I want to know that I was just trying to get the month deal.
Yep. So I basically had two weeks with you guys.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Activity Call Live. Filmed in beautiful Treasure Island, Florida. Now let's hear from our host, our president and CEO, Andy Albright.
Thank you, Billy. Thank you, team. I am fired up to talk to you today about activity, people that are killing it. I've got several folks I've invited to join on. Some of them are joining as we speak. Some we gotta nominate them to panelists so you can see them. I want to talk about I'm going to talk about questions today. Our sociologist Jeff said it, questions that impact expectations. And you know, it's interesting how people talk and people say different things and they get certain things. So one of the things that's impacted my life dramatically was different leaders, speakers, multi-millionaires, multi-millionaires, and people that talked about getting results. And they said the quality of the questions will determine the quality of your life. So what you're asking determines what you get. And so I try to think through the questions I'm asking a person, and I'm clearly not perfect at it. I'd be a multi-billionaire and this, that, and the other, but it's worked out pretty good for me. So I ask people to just pay more attention to the questions you're asking. Now, the next part, as you build a business, Megan, Billy, Mark, or Hutch, and Josiah, what you ask other people will determine what you get. It'll determine the speed you get it. It'll determine the quality that you get it. So I would say people that are getting deals in the home are asking better questions than the people that are not getting deals. Now, there are arrogant people who go like, no, that's not it. I'm asking the same questions that Hutch is. It's just different people. And I go, it's true, it's different people, but your questions are not the same as his because his questions are universal. We can drop him down in any city in America and he's going to get sales. We can drop Megan Yankee down in any city in America, she's going to get sales. So I hear you, but I would beg you to go like, maybe it's me. And I was telling everybody, Megan, the other day, I got one of my managers, and it turns out that his business is crashing. I got, you know, you and Jonathan, y'all's business is just blowing up. I have other people that they're sagging back, and here's what we've determined: it's my fault from Treasure Island. I'm affecting their business from Treasure Island. It's me, and I'm like, oh, that's great because I'll just change my life around, and your business will take off. That's sarcasm. People say sarcasm doesn't work, but I see smiles. Because I don't want to point my finger at this guy and they go, Boo, what the hell's your problem? Your bank account going down. Other people's bank accounts going up. So there's all kinds of things. So the questions, I would tell you, the questions he's asking. Here's one of his questions. Why is it that my circumstances, why is it that my clients, this is not a good question. Question might be like, how do I change? How do I fix? How do I adjust so that I get the results I want? How do I improve the quality of my questions? Is anybody here dog barking besides me? I'm thinking Casper. That's what I'm thinking. All right. So I've got people on here that are absolutely killing it and been killing it for months. I've got one guy on here that's been killing it for only weeks because he's only been with us weeks. And I kind of want him to see the competition, and I want them to see the competition. And there's other people out there that are joining us, are doing really, really well. I just didn't get a note to them. I don't know who they are. Maybe their manager's not told me about them, or I haven't heard about them. I want to give recognition to people, but it's questions that you're asking. So I will talk about these questions, but what I'm doing all the time. Okay, keep in mind, it's two different worlds. When I'm recruiting and building, and when I'm getting a sale, when I'm picking up a check. Different questions that I'm asking. Josiah, you will see me lean toward all kinds of questions about recruiting because I'm constantly interviewing and deciding where I'm going to focus my attention, where I'm going to focus my my pixie dust, who I'm throwing the credibility to. And then I want to give all the salespeople a fair chance. That's why I love to have Megan Wood on, because she talks about the questions that she asks people, like, is your parents alive? They are great. Are they in good health? And if they're dead or if they're in bad health, they start giving you hints of things they fear. Mama died of cancer. Daddy's got cancer, prostate cancer, breast cancer. Oh, yeah. Dogs. Do they have dogs? Do they have cats? We're going in for a pet HMA. It's questions, curiosity. Person worked with Sibagagi for 20 years. Wow, Sibagagi is a great company. God, I wish I'd have been there 20 years. I heard they got a great retirement plan. Questions along those lines, there's relating questions, but not sounding like an interrogator, but yet curious. I've given my young folks and my staff, I've given them these old videos of this old show called Columbo. There's this little old investigator guy. He wore this big old trench coat, he smoked a cigar, and he'd always be getting ready to leave, and he'd say, one more question. And we'd be like, he ain't got one more question, he got 37 more questions. He's just getting started asking questions. He's just good at just going, I was curious. You said you were in this city, and it's 3 hours. I'm just trying to understand. He's just trying to put it all together, and he leads. This old show. We sit there, my daddy, my brother, be laughing, be like, he gonna get him. Columbo go get him. He gonna weasel them out, Bo. I mean, if I could watch you guys are top sales, Billy, I bet I'd be like, watch what Billy says to him next. Billy getting ready to mess him up right here. That last question was a warm-up question. He getting ready to bust him. I wish we had a camcorder. We should get that. One of them hovercrafts, like a drone to follow Billy around. We'd be watching it, like in one of those movies, like Run or whatever, the Green, or one of the movies where they're trying to escape. Billy, get them. So I'm going to talk about some of those questions that raises expectations. Here, let me just give you 4 questions. This is, do you know what the expectation is? So, met a sharp couple with Mike and Noel Leventovich, and the lady, sharp. She's selling with a different company, low commissions. They give her a little stipend, little salary, little check coming in every week, and it's kind of got her stuck in there. And it's a good deal. I mean, it's not terrible. Her husband's trying to kill it with us, and I just said to her, I said, we want you over here, right? Like, just want to make sure you understand. Repeat it back. She said, y'all want me over there. I was like, yeah, we're on the same track. So if people don't know what you want, if they don't know what you expect, how do you expect them to get you what they want if they don't know what you want? But if you can get them to think of it and them to say it, here's another one. Do you think you're satisfying the expectations? Like, do you think you're doing what I want you to do? Do you think you're hitting it? How about this? Do you think you're hitting it on a scale of 1 to 100? 1, you ain't even thought about what I expect. 100 means not only are you doing everything I ask you to do, but you're on top of that, over and above, on top of that. So you get them to rank themselves. That's a crazy expectation setter. Do you feel something is more important than what I am expecting of you? Do you feel something is more important than the expectation? Do you understand why this expectation is important? So Jeff was on the phone with me, and he was talking about what was remembered from Wednesday, and what he said people remembered. I don't remember it. I don't know. Did y'all see the call Wednesday, Billy? Megan? Josiah, were you on it? What do you remember from that call? Anything, Megan? I'm trying to remember what the subject was myself. My memory's about like that.
Me too. You asked me, I was like, let me go back to my notes.
Right. I know, right? Let me flip back to it. I was talking about, I know the goal was to book appointments. It was number 3. Was it demonstration? What was the word?
Demonstration. That's what I took away, Andy. Demonstration. I need to demonstrate. It's the first step in that whole training circle.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the biggest things that stood out to me.
Okay, Megan. Now that you've got your notes and demonstration is the word, do you remember? What do you take away from it?
I got the wrong notepad.
Hey, I remember one thing. I remember me, right? Billy remembers the title. That's why people say, I already told him. Oh, you already told him? Well, good then. It's not true. Hey, Hutch, do you remember anything off of that show? I'm going to keep doing them whether y'all remember anything or not. So.
Yeah, one of the things he was talking about was how you assume people already know what they're supposed to be doing or asking. And he gave the example of these college guys that, instead of trying to be focused on what he was teaching, what he knew and how he could help them, they were wondering how, what advice he could give them to go, pick up the girl across the room or ask her out or whatever. And just talking how you can't just assume that people are automatically going to be on track to get the answers that they need and be focused on where they need to be focused. And if you're not paying attention to that, then they're going to be, sidetracked by everything else.
That was Jeff from when he was teaching at the when he was
At the
vice
college.
president at the Alamance Community College, ACC, and he said, you know, you think people thinking one thing, and their mind's all over here on something else.
Mhm.
Josiah, what do you recall, if anything, from that?
I don't recall anything from that. I'm not sure I watched that one.
I'm not sure you did either, but I'm going to say something that I think you'll remember. How about Hayden? Hayden, I don't know if you can turn your video on or if you can just unmute and talk to me. You may have a tough signal.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Hayden, you not able to turn a video on?
Give me 1 sec. Get rid of the dog.
I am. I'm going to say something to y'all. Hey, Hayden.
How you doing?
Good. Did we meet in Nashville?
No, I'm completely new here.
Completely new, yeah. Talk kind of like me. Who did Diane Lampy or Leventovich ask you to jump on here, Hayden?
What's that? Sorry?
Who invited you to jump on this call?
Rogers. I spoke to Rogers this morning. He said to jump on.
Well, good to see you here.
Good to meet you.
And the reason you're on the video is because there is a Hayden that we wanted to ask questions that we met, and we had some things. And so my administrative person said, "Aha, there he is," and she nominated you to panelist. So you're a panelist. So you got full pressure on you now, man.
That's full pressure. Well, sorry, not the real Hayden.
Good to meet you. I'm glad you're here. Where you live?
I'm over in Michigan, Novi.
Good to have you on the team, and you can stay right where you are, or you can get demoted off of here. But stay right there if you want to. Hey, does nobody remember me singing? How to make it? How I make you? How you make me feel like dancing? Nobody remembers me saying you make me feel like dancing.
I just pulled up some of my notes. I'm sorry. These last couple of days were crazy. We were running from a hurricane. So
Y'all running from a hurricane.
I was thinking, where did my notes go? No, but we were talking about training people to do the 40 appointments. That's what I'm back on track.
Yeah.
But yes, I do remember you singing and playing the song.
So what the point was, getting people to feel. And by the way, I could care less if you remember what I said, as long as you feel like it was worth it. If you feel like I care, I mean, that's so. The questions you're asking, it's like this new guy Hayden. I've got to remember. You know, he's boom on a promoted to panelist. How does he feel after I leave him? What I asked him a couple questions, easy questions, set him up, boom. Okay. What Jeff said, he talked to a couple of people and what they remember for the call, which blew my mind because I didn't even remember at all. I didn't even remember talking about it. Talking about CNI versus Common Eye. I was like, what the hell? You think that was in the notes? And he said that if you can get people to see that they can get rich, that's more important than seeing that they can do 40 appointments. I'd be like, oh, okay. Like, okay. We want to get rich. The goal is 10,000 issue paid a week. Let me tell you this. I want to look over go to some recognition. We've got some information about what went on this week as far as production. I want to show you those. We had the most, I'm going to tell you ahead of time, we had the most people submit over 20,000 in a week than we have had this year. Our biggest week of, over 10,000, biggest week of over 10,000. So let's look at this, the first part. John, wait a minute. John Abear. I'm wondering if he is related to Phil Abear since he is in the Phil Abear hierarchy. Looks like he got one big annuity issued, so he got $40,000 issued. Mark Hutchinson that we've got on the call has 30 apps issued already this week for $31,000. Congratulations, Mark Hutchinson. Chris Long got 5 apps issued for over 20,000 this week, over 21,000. Justin and Sydney, 19 apps for 18,000 issued. Phil Abear himself got 2 big ones issued for 15,000. Richard Madigan, Paul Roberts' team, new guy coming on strong, got 2 big ones issued. 3 big ones issued for $12,000. Billy Crane, who have on this call, had 15 apps issued this week for $12,200. Megan Wood had 28 apps issued for $11,900. Kelly Haney, who just got engaged, if you guys haven't heard, she had 11 apps issued for $11,276. Dan and Diana Mirdo had 8 apps issued. Dude, Mirdo has went from, he was writing $1 grand, $2 grand, $3 grand, $1 grand, $2 grand, $3 grand, $1 grand. All of a sudden, we keep hearing Mirdo's name. 8 grand, 9 grand, 10 grand, 10,000 issued for 8 apps. Jonathan and Megan, who you see Megan on here, 10 apps for 10,000 this week. And Brittany Flores, part of Paul Roberts' team, 10,000 issued, 1 big app. Good stuff. Let's scroll down to the annuities issued. Bear, I told you he had 1 big one issued. That's on the Bear team. That's John Bear, had 400,000 issued. Phil had a 150,000 issued. Richard Madigan, $122,000 annuity. Brittany Flores, 100,000. Chris and Courtney Long. Vinny, my man Vinny up there in Burlington, had a 67,000 one issued. Evan Patzer got a 60,000 one issued. DJ Jennings, 45, and Marie Brax knocked out a 43,000 one. Paul Roberts got 130,000 issued. Scott C. Scroll down for me, Tia. Scott C will be Scott Carpenter. Check this out. 22 people have submitted over $10,000 this week. That's the most $10,000 in a week submissions we've had this year. That is smoking. I will do their names real quick. I've got them here, so rather than look at them. Joseph Tu, Megan Wood, Jeff Turner, Mark Hutchinson, Jake and Belle Krause, Olga and Jason Mathis, Mercedes and Gus Turan, Billy Crane, Chris and Courtney Long, Michael McCormick, Kyle and Janina Wilson, Mike and Brittany Rodriguez, Tim and Nikki Long, Jeremico Edwards, Jan Miller, Rory Bean, Sebastian Chambers, Blake Everett, Andriana Adams, Jason and Tawny Carey, Justin and Sydney Legoganis, Justin Bailey. I should say Justin and Sydney almost Bailey. And Benjamin Barry. Way to go, Ben Barry. Paul was bragging on you. Top recruiters. Andy Riddle knocked out 10 recruits. James Bazan just keeps recruiting. She's going to find some winners. John Thorman continues to be at the top of the recruiting board constantly, part of Owen's team. Our staff put in 5. The ABTF, Agency Building Task Force. Terry and Tia Edwards put in 5. Paul Roberts, 5. Brandon and Ashley Beal, 2. Bits put in 2. George and Penny Wilson, 2. More people recruited on our staff, 2 wide. And Kyle and Janina Wilson put in 1. And DJ Jennings put in 1. All right, let's go back to our panel and let's go back to the activity. No need to pull the slides up to you, but let's go back to the folks. Okay, so I want to introduce you guys, you winners, to Josiah Maxiner. He's the kind of guy we're starting to recruit a lot of. And here's what I believe: our expectations have improved, and therefore the questions that are creating the expectations has improved. So Josiah, would you give them kind of a high level, how you got started with us and how long you've been with us?
I got started with you guys less than a month ago. I moved down from Minnesota to Fort Worth, Texas here in the middle of COVID season, looking for jobs. I found an ad, got in touch with Diane Lampy. I heard great things about her from the recruiter. I was like, okay, I have other job offers. Can you get me an appointment same day? So 2 hours later, I was in her office. She changed her schedule around, talked with her. She cast a vision for me that was exciting. She showed leadership skills that was exciting that I could get under. I knew she could get me places I wanted to go. And so I scheduled my test for Friday of the same week. This was on a Monday. So 4 days later, I passed my certification test. And then since then, I've had 2 weeks of production. First week out, I did 5,000. That was off of like 2-year-old leads that Diane had given me. And then second week now, I am just under 9,000 for AP written.
Good start. You have a ballpark of how many applications that is, Josiah?
That is actually under 10 applications. I got about 8 if I count correctly.
8 applications first 2 weeks. Let me see if I can pull these up and give you some of these numbers. And by the way, that is Dr. Field's dad. So his dad wrote that big annuity. Megan Wood has issued 97, listen to this, Josiah, issued 97 applications this month. You know the difference between issued and submitted yet, right? Like if there's something wrong, you can't submit it. Or if you send it up, which is worse, and there's stuff wrong, then you got to get it fixed, blah, blah, blah. We call that pending. Also, I call it purgatory. It's not in hell, ain't in heaven, and it ain't decline. It's just out there in the middle of nowhere, and praying for it does not help. You have to get up in purgatory and push that mess through. A lot of people will get great assistance that'll keep that stuff from being bad before it goes in. And then if there is a mistake, they'll take responsibility, go up in there and push it through with the carrier. Okay. So she issued 97. Hutchinson, you see here with the blue shirt and more down here than up there. And a big smile. He is killing it. He has issued 51 apps for 55,000. Do you hear me? Megan's issued 60,000. There's a few more days to go. This is through the 26th. So a few more days, she's got to go 60,000. Dr. Phil Hebert has 48,000 issued, mostly big annuities. Patrick Deshaw has 2 big IULs is issued, 48,000. Billy Crane on here, 63 applications issued this month for 46,287. Way to go, Billy. I mentioned John Hebert, the dad. He's got at 400,000 issued. Jonathan and Megan. So Megan, you see here, her mom is Megan Alleman, if you've heard that name, and she's married to Jonathan Yakey. So it's Megan Yakey has issued 40 applications this month for 39,626. Still almost a week of processing to go. So she's going to be way over 40,000. Justin and Sydney Bailick, another sharp young couple. Both of them are selling. They have issued 33 apps for 29,000. And so what I expect, my expectations, I believe that Jonathan and Megan combined, when they get hitting on cylinders, they're going to sell more than what Megan Wood can do as a single person. And the same thing for Justin and Sydney Bailey. I'm not mad at them. I'm excited for them to know what they can do. And I'm so thankful that Hutch is setting an example way up there and Megan Wood's setting that example. It just stretches people because they see what can be done. Mia Fennell has issued 38 applications for 27,000. Evan Patzer, I should have called him before her. He's issued 20, just within dollars, 27,000, 13 apps. Stephanie Rodriguez, one of my neighbors over here, she's writing business by herself. She, her husband Mike is really helping her in the home front, but she's out there by herself killing it. 26,000, 29 apps issued. Megan Wood, the #1 in the country, is training. If I remember, it's her sister's boyfriend or her cousin's boyfriend. He's not blood related, but he's dating somebody she knows. So he was like, "What is this woman doing?" So she said, she's just doing some insurance thing and just pour her money in her bank account. Well, she started training Chris. He's issued 37,000. I'm sorry, he's issued 26,000, 37 apps this month. So here's people say do you really think training matters? Demonstrating? I do. And Mike and Noel Leventovich, who hired Megan, they spend a lot of time. The other couple people I was trying to get on here, I just met, they just got started. The method that I described of demonstrating it or making them feel a certain way teaching and coaching, I think they're doing it as good as anybody. I really just think they're getting down into the basics and the details. Adam Johnson has issued 34 apps. Here's what I like. I mean, I love Adam Johnson is so cool, and he's part of Fitz's team. But when a guy like Chris Manifold comes along and just starts issuing more business than a guy that's been with us 10 years, I would say to somebody like Josiah, the top is wide open. Megan Wood's been with us 2 years, and she's beating people that have been writing business with me for 14 years. You could say, well, maybe she's not caught up on her bills, and maybe they have millions of dollars in the bank. Maybe you could be right. I mean, how are we going to read people's mind and know how somebody that's new comes along? You could say, well, maybe we got old habits and we just can't break them. I get that. Or maybe she's just addicted to making money, or maybe she's addicted to helping people. I don't know. But what I'm telling you is, if I were you, I would attempt to ask me questions. I ask me questions like, do I think I can do what she's doing? What am I doing differently than what she's doing or he's doing? Is it my desire? Is it my comfort level? Maybe it's my coach. That's what I always like, dude, blame it on your coach, right? Blame it on Albright. It's that leadership. Albright sucks. Albright's got too much of a smart ass. Albright makes fun of people. You know, whatever you want to use. But I would ask you one question, like, try to think about what you're doing and what you feel. Billy Crane. Billy, do you think you're killing it? I give you that, okay? 63 outs, 46,000. What's your expectations, Billy, of yourself?
My expectations higher. I'm actually pissed that I only did what I did. So next month, I'm just gonna speak it. It'll be over 100,000 next month. But so my expectations are high. You said it earlier. I see the vision of partner. So because I see that vision, that's not everything I know. Everything I'm doing is for that. I'm setting the example, trying to demonstrate to the team so they can have somebody to follow after in terms of production.
Advice that you gave brand new people. You can use Josiah since you can see him, but you did good in the beginning. You did good. Josiah's doing good. If you wanted to get to the pinnacle faster, for example, issuing business and big amounts of submit, that's the two things, right? Submit and issue. What's some tips, some one-liner tips you would give him? Hopefully you'll remember and take away.
First is invest, right? I'm telling folks, you got to buy momentum, right? Don't shortchange your success by not investing in yourself. If you're gonna work, which would be step 2, work. Like, why do 5 days? Do 6, do 7. Like, get rich. I look at Andy's stuff on YouTube or Instagram, the pictures every day, and it just motivates me to see, like, this is the life you could have if you just go work. So invest and work is the two biggest things. Like, I did good, like you said, starting off, but I'm not working as hard as I am now, right? But I'm investing more than I've ever invested, and I'm working harder than I've ever worked, and I already know the payoff what it's going to be. So those would be the two pieces of advice I give to anybody new. Invest and work. Work 7 days. I mean, mandatory overtime. Act like you work at the plant. I'm from Michigan, right? The plant life, they mandatory 7 days, and guess what you can't do? Can't take a day off. You got to work. This your own business. Make yourself mandatory 7 days. I mean, at least that's me. But I see partner too, so everybody in there may not see that.
Hey, you know what most people want to talk about, Billy? I just got to get better. I just got to improve. I just need to learn what Megan learns. I just need the products. I like that one because that one is intangible. If we could just rip their damn head off and look down in there and say, you ain't trying to learn dookie. You're thinking about all kinds of stuff. You're figuring out how to win your damn video game. You worrying what happens next on Maddox or Gunsmoke. That's what you're thinking about. But that's what they talk about. They don't want to talk about investing, and they don't want to talk about working because we can see what they're doing. I'm trying to get better. Just trying to get smart. And they get that smart look on their face. Running smarter. Yeah. Oh, how about this? I've got personal problems, like running for a dadgum hurricane, a tornado coming up in your house. Sorry about that, man. I hope any of our people got busted by that dadgum, man. I hope nobody got hurt. By the way, Jim Henson's feeling better. He got the COVID. He's feeling better, though. 75. Smokes like a freight train. I like that. I like that about him.
Love it. Love it. Just, yeah. You know, I think most people, you know, and this is just me, I think we get too many distractions. Just focus on the two things, invest and work. You'll learn through working, right? You'll learn everything you need to know through working. You'll make enough mistakes that you'll learn it. Just go, just go, like go bet on yourself, go all in. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stop because I went to ranting. I want to still be nice. I'll let you say the hard stuff.
That's what I'm paying you for.
No, I absolutely agree. Just go. That's what Diane keeps telling me. Just go. Make mistakes. She's got a whole team of people that have got my back. That's the only reason as a new person I've been able to just set my wings open, fly, because I know they're gonna catch me if I fall.
Work, invest. I want to get smarter. I want to smarter, not harder. Oh,
I hope I'm invited back.
Say again.
I said I hope I'm invited back.
Hey man, I'm telling you, I get this all the time. I'll be talking to attorneys or investment brokers, money, or you know, we talk about different things, and they go like, "Man, you are smart," and I'm always thinking, "You are dumb." You just don't know how dumb I am. But they think I'm so smart. They go like, "You're smart like a fox." I mean, I'm smart like a daggum mutt dog that don't even hunt nothing. Is what I'm smart with. Like to lay around and get my belly rubbed. That's what I'm like. You think I'm smart? So work my ass off. Get 15 minutes, post one of them pretty pictures, and make it look like I ain't doing nothing. That's to piss off my high school people that graduated and thought I was stupid. That's what that's for. That's my revenge, buddy. Hey, you hear that? Just invest in work. You'll get better. Let the work get you better. Now, don't get me wrong. You should have somebody, and you do, that you can ask, what did I do wrong? How could I have done better? How could I have got smarter? The last thing you need for somebody to tell you how to work harder. Who the hell don't know how to work harder? Nobody can tell you that. Invest. What do you think that means? That means come up off of that young rusty old money in your billfold, take that out. I ain't got no money. Well, you get a credit card. Call mama. Call daddy. Talk to your aunts, uncle. Then invest into my company. I'll give you 10% of my company. Give me about $20,000. Invest. Money, cash, credit cards. I ain't got no money. Well, go door to door. Get out there early in the morning, get there about 7:30, start knocking on the doors. I'm scared to do that. Well, you got more than one problem. You broke and you're scared. You're afraid. Am I helping y'all with expectations? Hey, we got another Hayden on here. I was like, I thought that guy had brown hair the last time I talked to him. That's why I was like, did I meet you in Nashville? Because see, he looks kind of like him except for the hair. You know, got that young, slender face, you know? Good looking. Hayden, what's going on, brother? You got to unmute. I don't know if we can do that.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, bro?
On my way to an appointment.
Somebody told me you were selling today.
Oh, yeah, I already got 102 policy, $112 a month.
Y'all hear how he talks, and he's out selling you too. It was dragging real bad.
Like, I know that. what you were saying, you're like,
Absolutely.
people were saying like, man, you're smart. I'm not smart.
I think people relate to that not being smarter thing.
I'm not smart at all. And I've noticed from this job, you don't really have to be. I don't try to come across as the smartest person on earth. I just try to come across as relatable.
Come across as relatable.
Because people don't want somebody just making them feel, people don't just want somebody just coming in and making them feel dumb.
How about making them feel lazy? How's that work?
Making them feel lazy?
Yeah, how's that work?
I need to make them feel like they need to do this today, but I need to make them feel like it's their idea to do it today.
He's got that mind focused on selling, and that's good. We're talking about two different feelings, right? I'm talking about recruiters, getting people to sell, and talking about how I get myself to work. And then you're talking about getting checks. So the questions you ask on either side are going to determine the quality you get. So let me give you a couple more of my psychologist, sociologist questions. In your journey to success, clear in your head and connected to the strategy. Those words in there mess me up. I'll be honest with you. Is your journey to success clear in your head and connected to your strategy? I'd be like, here'd be my question, Billy. You understand what we're going to do? Do you know the plan? You know how we're going to get rich? Huh? Billy?
Yeah.
Huh?
I get it.
Then I say,
Well,
tell me. I say, tell me. You know how we're going to get rich, right? This is what you say, Megan. If somebody, you're talking to a young person and you recruit them, say, you know how we're going to get rich, right? And they go like, All right, here's what we're going to do. And then you show it to them, right? But then once you show them a few times, you're all right, tell me. So tell me, Billy, how we're going to do it. What's the game plan? Billy Crane, talk to me.
Yeah.
Tell me the plan.
We're going to invest and we're going to work.
All right, let's get down a little bit deeper in the weeds. And about how many, what's our minimum working each week?
We're gonna do 40 appointments a week. We're gonna dial on Mondays, run on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, dial on Thursdays, and run on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And you see yourself where in a couple of years? Like, what's the situation?
I see myself a partner sooner rather than later.
Millions of dollars in the bank.
Yeah.
All right. Do you see your success as an urgent reward that will have significant bearing in your life moving forward? I'll be like, you want to get rich now? Would your wife be happier? Would it make a difference for your children, the kiddos? You see this being big for your kids? Are you willing to accept blame for your failures and answer for your mistakes along the road to success? So, like, here's what I would do. I would go like, Josiah, whatever you were doing before, so I'm going to start asking a person questions to see if they'll take responsibility. If I'm interviewing and I'm kind of going around and talking to people. Now, if a person takes responsibility, but they're still not hitting the numbers, I don't care. As long as they realize they the ones. Now, it does bother me when they go like, I take total responsibility. And I go like, and they go, that's it. I take total responsibility. What I want to hear is, how are you going to fix it? Like, if you take responsibility, how are you going to fix? It's not just I take responsibility. It's how am I going to fix? So, I mean, can you tell me, Josiah, some of your past? Hey, Dion, what's up?
Yeah. Yeah. So some of my past, I mean, growing up, I worked on a ranch. I worked at a YMCA as an assistant sports manager, running a field of 1,200 kids and families. And then I got into sales through appliances. And I did that for about a year, moved down here. I tried solar out for a while. Solar was working, but it didn't have the momentum that I wanted to. And then I found Diane. So I have a ton of experience. I have a very full resume. I was a Boy Scout, became an Eagle Scout at age 15. Yep. I've been a referee for 10 years. I'm almost a regional level referee for soccer. And that's been one of the best things in my life. It's been something that I chose to do. My parents didn't put me into it. It's been the biggest catalyst for personal growth. You just learn how to talk with people, angry people, happy people, people who hate each other, getting them to like each other. It's amazing.
Can you see Mark Hutchinson like shaking his head, going crazy? He wants to talk so bad. Let's just let him talk. Go ahead, Hutchinson. Tell him something.
I feel you, man. It is a huge learning experience to learn how to deal with people and manage the situation. I did 6 years of collegiate basketball, and then got married to a beautiful girl, started popping out kids, and had to hang it up to focus on the family and business. So I feel you, man.
Definitely pick it back up when you can. You want to. It will just pour back into your life.
Well, that's true, but like Andy says, wouldn't you rather be sitting in the front row seats, yelling at the refs than being on the court making way less than the guys on the front row seats? And I said, yeah, you got a good point there. I can yell at them though, because I've been on the other end of it, so I get freedom to yell at them.
I mean, you go far enough, you can sell policies to all those athletes, right? They're gonna have injuries.
You can buy a team, brother. That's what you want to do.
You'll make a bigger impact in this business than you will wearing stripes out on the court. I'm just saying.
Well, we got some referees in the game. Dion's jumped on. I just met him in Nashville along with Hayden. And good to see you back. It means I didn't scare you off and your wife didn't go home and say, you ain't listen to that fool no more. He's a hard-working guy, though. Not too smart. Dion, how you doing? You made some sales, bro?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
Have you made any sales since you've been with us?
Oh yeah. Had my biggest week last week.
How much?
8,900.
How long have you been with us, Dion? How long have you been out selling?
About 6 months, 7 months.
Nice.
So yeah, my numbers aren't near where they need to be, but they're getting there.
God. See, here's another thing, Billy, is weak people won't put themselves in a position like watching these calls. Because, and they would definitely get their wife not to watch them. They're like, don't watch. No, it's boring. It's not necessary. You go skating, do something, go shopping. You ain't going to watch this and see what the winners are doing. You with me? They don't want that to happen, or they don't want their husband to see it, or they don't want their mama to see it. But what you do is you get on these calls and you're just looking at, this is how I got rich. I would get people and I'd be like, he's making how much? And look at him. Just look at him. That's what I would do. I hope that's what people look at me and go, look at him. Look at that joker. He's crazy. He don't know what he's talking about. All he does is lie, cut up. I'd be like, that's right. And then I would look at, I'm serious. I remember this one guy. Hey, Dion, I know you're riding down the road. Can you put your hat on backwards? I made this joker making $350,000, had a hat on backwards like that. He's a little bit older than him. And I looked at that joker, I said, what the hell? I'm here. I've been working at Amway for 9 years, making $80,000 a year, not a month, a year. I was a joker, fool, making $350,000 in insurance. I was making 60-some thousand as an engineer. I'm saying something like I got 2 jobs. I'm making $150,000. This fool making $350. Look at him. Gets hat on backwards. Shirt was messed up. Had stains on it. Then I met this other joker. Live up in Danville, Virginia. He was slobbering. Had braces and food was all up in there and slobber was coming out. I said, buddy, get some right there. I got Adam Katz, a couple of my other buddies, Alex Aiden. I said, come here, meet this guy. Don't say nothing either. Just listen to him talk. And they talked to him a little bit, and I was like, see, we could be crazy rich. We're smarter than people. And we're dumb, and we're smarter than them.
we don't need to motivate, Andy. They don't need the motivation. This don't motivate them, right? That don't matter. That's what the broke
competition don't motivate them. Is that what you're saying?
It don't matter. I don't need I don't need the rah-rah. I make enough money at 60,000. Well, let me stop. I make enough money. I rather watch Netflix because that matters. So yeah.
Billy, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how to get rich.
I'm listening.
I'm telling you, Mark, you in? Megan?
I'm leaning in.
I'm gonna tell y'all, I know the secret. Okay? When I came to this business, and I had Adam Katz, Womack, Cuz, they did what I said when I said to do it. I don't care how stupid I was, how wrong I was. They wouldn't even sit down in a chair, Billy, until I nodded at which chair they wanted to sit in. We were frightening. Okay? I didn't mean to get into all this, but y'all three got me fired up out of my mind. It was a mantra, to be honest with you. I was talking to Paul Roberts and my son-in-law, Brandon, and I was telling them this. We're going to get the inner circle together, the people that want to whoop ass. You with me? And win. You cannot, you two referees, can you win if half your team don't want to win?
Absolutely not.
So what we got to do is restructure the team and say, this is the team. And what we do, come hell, high water, or a hurricane, or if mama gets mad and won't cook us no breakfast no more, we still going to run more than 40 appointments a week, and we're going to issue 10,000 a week or die. You with me? So, Andy, it's not that important of a deal. Do you understand, Josiah, if you're trying to win a national championship in soccer and you don't think it's important because all you're doing is kicking around a stupid round ball, trying to get it in a square hole, how stupid that is? You can't win a national championship if you think kicking a ball around is stupid and ignorant and means nothing, and all you're doing is getting the ball in a square hole. If that's your thought process about soccer, you're not going to win no national championship. Does that make sense? Like, if you got to have people, we got to find one more person, Megan, and inspire them and say, look, how'd you like to win a national championship? How'd you like to see yourself as a partner in a multi-billion-dollar company that has potential of maybe having public interest? You know what public interest means? You see yourself as having a home on the beach like Albright. You see, like, national championship ring, baby. Can you see yourself with a ring being a Hall of Fame? And find one or two people, Billy, and then set the example. I'm less of an athletic fan than I used to be as a kid because I thought that's how I was going to make millions. It turns out there's thousands more business people making millions than athletes. Maybe hundreds of thousands more business people making millions than athletes. Business people in America control stuff, baby. Business people have the yachts. Business people have the guns, the jets, the cars, the rings, the diamonds, the businesses. They're the ones that pay for the seats and the suites. They're the ones that pay for the advertising on television. For the athletes, the business people. When you start to think your business is more important than anything else, people say, like, never be important more above my God. Okay. Never be bigger than my wife. Never be bigger than my lizard. Never be bigger than my puppy dog. Like, damn, Bo, where your business rank? See what I'm saying? Mantra. You can keep your God, you can keep your wife, you can keep your husband. Mantra. Come 10,000, come hell, come high water. Does that make sense? And then find somebody. And finding them is critical because you don't have a team if nobody's following you. I'm a leader. Really? Who behind you? I'm leading a parade of nobodies. A parade of imagination. Make sense? So, Dion.
Yes, sir.
How closely is what I'm saying what I said to y'all in Nashville, Tennessee?
You didn't touch that much on the leadership, but everything else is exactly the same.
Say what? What's exactly the same? Tell me. Talk to me.
Come hell or high water, you do what has to be done.
People gonna complain, right?
Oh, yeah.
But you got to tell them in the beginning. First time I ever met them. So when do you tell people that? First time we meet them? We're going, like, when we're our baseball team, I'd be like, hey, we win a championship this year. No more playing around. Everybody focus. But and it was crazy because sometimes people would, sometimes they wouldn't. When they did, we'd win. When they didn't, we didn't. We got to find a few people, Mark. Like, I love what you're doing. I love it. And when you become a captain of the team, you don't get to sit down. You still keep producing. You still keep killing. Mantra, 10,000 a week, come hell, high water. You with me? And Mark, you're just looking for winners. You're just poking on them out there. People say, well, how am I supposed to do that in a sale? Well, how many houses are you in a week? How many people do you talk to a week? How many do you tell them to look for people? I'm getting ready to hire me a maintenance person. I moved down here in Florida. I ain't got no maintenance person. I need a person to come to my house every day and clean my grill, blow my yard off. I had one at home. That's one of my favorite things in the world. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go tell my girl that cleans my house. I'm gonna tell my neighbors. Everybody says I'm looking for a maintenance person. I'm gonna call everybody I know down here. I'm looking for maintenance. They're gonna find me one. I'm gonna start interviewing them. You want to hire agents? And by the way, y'all know I hire agents. I'm giving them to Stephanie. I'm giving them to Chris Long. I'm giving them to Lou Abadi. I'm giving them to Stephanie. Everybody I talk to. Me and Jane went out to eat last night. I'm talking to the woman sitting over there. She owns a jewelry store. I was sitting looking at her card desk. I'm going by there and talk to her, look at some diamonds, and recruit herself some insurance. See what her son does for a living. I'm on the lookout for people, and I'm going to find people, Josiah, and that's what Diane's doing. Did y'all hear this too? Mark, Billy, Megan, Diane made time. The recruiter got the person. Because see, winners are going to attract winners. Winners are going to attract winners. It's going to be hard for a person making $5 an hour to attract a person that wants to make multi-millions. Does that make sense? You said, what about $20 an hour? I think you get the relativity of my comment, right? $25 an hour, going to show somebody how to make millions. I don't think so. On the other hand, a guy that's knocking out 10 grand a week can take that check right there and demonstrate it and say, see that? Look here. You want to see this deposit? And here's how I'm doing it. I'm out working them because people lazy in America. I every day I hear about immigrants coming to this country making more than people that was born here, or their mom and daddy were born in a different country. They come here and the kid is not oriented, don't know what's going on, don't have contacts, don't have friends, don't have resources. But yet people that have the resources born here got all the advantage and get smoked by somebody that don't even understand the culture. It is not because they're smarter. It's because they invest at more. They reinvest, Billy. They keep doubling down, and they work harder, and they get smarter. But the smart is street smart, which is not being stupid and thinking that smart is going to get your ass what working and investing gets. Does that make sense? They get smarter because they invest and work, and they realize that getting smarter ain't the solution. It's work and invest. It's ripping heads off and not taking excuses and smiling, looking like a duck on water. Look at him. He's not doing nothing. Look at him. And see, he underneath, he like, underneath that water boat, them little legs. And blood was spewing, and he was saying, I think I can. I think I can. Ooh, ooh. Yeah.
You're giving away the secret. Huh? You're giving away the secrets.
I know. I do it. Hey, look, I don't do that every day, but occasionally you get me telling people the dadgum truth. I get inspired. something might have ticked me off. I can tell you that. You just never know. I might have kicked a cat, might have stumped my toe. Somebody might have said something to me crossways. But I'm gonna tell you what. I hope y'all remember something from today. Hey, congratulations, winners, man. Y'all are killing it. Congratulations, Megan Wood, for continuing to be number one. Congratulations, Hutchinson. Dude, your wife's got to be crazy proud of you. Them girls got to be grinning. You got and you do, you know, 3 weddings coming up, right? Is that right?
Yep, 3 of them. Just found out last weekend. But hey, you know, in all seriousness, so a lot of people don't know this. Shannon actually had the virus back in July when we were doing our first month of 70,000. And for 8 days, she was just laid up, fevers, chills, headaches, nausea, everything. And, you know, it goes back to what you're saying. When you've got clear, focused goals and you've got a plan to execute those goals, you ain't going to let nothing stop you. So, you know, even amidst all that, we still push through, and she's doing much better now. Baby's healthy. You know, you just got to make up your mind you're going to go do it and not let the little things distract you. I mean, not that that was little, but still, you know.
You got to live in fear or live in freedom, baby.
Yep.
How many times somebody told me, you going to get somebody killed out there grabbing their mask? I said, yeah, somebody going to die from something. I feel bad, man. I do. I care a lot. I care about freedom, baby. I care about your freedom. And if I turn into a poololly, I want poolollies following behind me. You know what I'm saying? I need some fighters, Billy.
Here.
Make sense, Shaky? I'm glad y'all safe, really. I know it's tough. I know it's craziness. You can't deal with Mother Nature. I remember with your mama we did one time. She was trying to hit some goals. Storm was coming. They just left and went and got some leads somewhere else and started writing business.
That's what we were preparing for.
Say again?
That's what we were preparing for. We got out of town just in case that did happen again. You know, we could continue to run business regardless of where we were.
Yeah, didn't have to because it wasn't as bad in your area.
No, it hit Lake Charles pretty bad, but we're good.
Y'all hear what she's saying? It's like they were prepared. They had left, not worried about the house, worried about their continuity of their business. And there's a lot of business in business. There's a little heart in business. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you this, Josiah, Dion, Hayden, I'm gonna remind you of this, okay? I have people say, there's people out there that just will die for you, Andy. I don't understand why they love you so much. I go, good. And then I also have people say, Andy, I don't know why people hate you. And I go, good. Let me explain something to you. I don't know why I can't find you on the internet. It's like you don't exist. Like I Googled your name and it didn't come up. It come up with old people, girls with your name, but not you. Are you really you? Nobody hates you at all. And nobody loves you. My goal was to have some of both. Nope. Didn't care. This is how do you do it? I didn't care. Still don't care. Forsters call me sometimes. This guy said this much. I don't care. I ain't got time for him. What I'm trying to do is get me and my friends free. That's what I want. I want to see me and my friends traveling the world, doing what we want to, because we just, and I don't care what people say. That's what we had, and that's what we got to get in, is that mantra. Come hell, come high water, 10,000. Does that make sense? And then find one more person. And I think we're starting to get it. I know we've had the most people over 10,000 submitted in a week that we've had this year. We need 100. Our first goal is 100 people doing 10,000 a week. I see 1, 2, 3 more serious potential right here on it. And then this other Hayden that he did this video, we got a mistaken Hayden. But hey guys, I got to roll. I'm over time. Wait a minute, I'm right on time. Expectations, the questions you ask, and creating the expectations, guys. Love y'all. Hope this is helpful. We will see you soon.
Thanks, Andy.
Boards.
Thank you, Andy.
Thanks for y'all jumping in.